while we left the sunshine beaches of Florida, dreaming of cool mountain air and peaceful, free camping in North Carolina and Virginia. And we found it, the kind of place you see on postcards. But there was one big problem. My Starlink, useless. I couldn't even make a phone call. And that changed everything. So here's how we went from gorgeous, free forest camps to living out of truck stops under the blazing sun. And let me tell you, this version of van life is not the one Instagram shows you. So when we first hit the North Carolina, Virginia mountains, we landed this perfect free camping spot. Tall trees, cool breeze, total peace, and a great place to swim. But the same trees that made it total paradise also blocked my Starlink signal. I tried every clearing and angle. Nope, I could maybe load an email, but making a work call, forget it. And for me, work pays for my life on the road, for all my bills, and for everything. So if I can't work, I can't stay. And we had to make the tough decision to call to head for places where I knew I could get signal, which would work, which landed us here, the truck stops. Very glamorous, right? Truck stops also mean no harassment. I can keep my internet steady, but they also mean packing and unpacking daily because you can't set up camp. Loud engines all night long, zero shade, sitting out in the blistering sun, and finding somewhere to walk the dogs that isn't an oil-stained parking lot. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Hello, guys. All right, I'm like super sweaty right now. So, I'm here for some life updates. I did not pull out my tripod. So, as you guys know, we took a little break here. And we had a lot of stuff happen in between, so I wanted to fill you in. As you can see, I am sweating to death from the humidity. It's literally killing me. And we are at a truck stop. So I am making for the dogs. It just rained out, so it's like not as hot as it was. Ground beef. And throwing in some eggs. I like to mix stuff in with their kibbles, so they got like a little real food in there. But anyways, so here we are. Well, last time you guys saw me, we were in Florida having fun at the beach. And yeah, I meant to make a video update when we got there, but let's just say it hit the fan, you know. Things did not work out. So long story short, you see we traveled from the west side all the way back east, and yeah, we thought that my boyfriend was going to be able to work with family, and we had somewhere to stay for free in Florida. And I'm not going to go into details, but things did not work out very well, and we kind of got screwed. So we're just going to skip over that and exactly what happened, because it's all kind of personal. And we had to leave Florida because it was unreasonably hot there. And you're probably like, oh, well, you're an idiot. You didn't think it was going to be hot. And it's like, yeah, I did. We were like hooked up at a family member's house. We had an AC. In the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that bad. But then when other things didn't work out, it was like, okay, well, we can either stay here and really melt, or we can go north up into the mountains since there's no work here and give that a try. So basically, we left some of our stuff with one of his nephews in Florida, because as you guys saw from some of my videos, when we were leaving the West Coast, I had a lot of stuff, like too much stuff. So I downsized and then left some of it there. which has been a lot better. So now we have a lot less stuff, which is good because we've been doing a lot of city camping. So anyways, we tried to go to the North Carolina mountains, and we quickly realized how sketchy some of those roads are for pulling a camper. And we also quickly realized that my Starlink works absolutely nowhere because of all the trees. We were spoiled out in the desert. And even in Florida and like Texas, whatever, a lot of those southern states have, you know, whatever. Out west is way better for the Starlink. So basically, we are, oh my God. So then we went even more north when North Carolina didn't work out. And we came to Virginia, and we found some really awesome free camping. But once again, well, my Starlink wouldn't work. We even found some clearings with like trees, like openings. In Flagstaff, Arizona, I was able to get it to work, but not here. I guess the forests are too dense. So basically, the mountains didn't work out. So now we're just in Virginia staying at truck stops and city camping because I have to be able to work to make money. And yeah, you can't get service in any of the like state parks, national parks, or boondocking areas. So anyways, it is still extremely hot. We have no AC, obviously, because we're boondocking. And it's not as bad as Florida, but I will tell you, it is still pretty bad. I actually grew up in Virginia, and I don't remember it being this hot, but I think it's hot everywhere this summer. Anyways, the humidity is killing me, and I really got used to the dry heat. And I will tell you, humidity is not where it's at for trying to live in a camper or van. And of course, we don't have a lot of ventilation in here because it's just a trailer. Whew. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta sit by this open window. But yeah, it's pretty. So anyways, it's been like, it's been a bummer because I hate city camping. I miss nature. It's been super stressful. And yeah, we've basically been living at truck stops and I don't know, parking lots, but mainly truck stops because it's just like easier to get away with, you know. Gotta keep moving though. Luckily, we got our setup pretty good, so it's like easy to take down and set up again. The only thing that we've been keeping inside the trailer are a couple water jugs and our bikes, and of course some of my plants. And then we just take that stuff out. This is what we downsized to, basically. And then, but yeah, it's definitely a lot better as far as doing this thing. And then like I just wrapped this in saran wrap, and I've been sticking my hands through the holes to get stuff, and it actually works pretty good. But I don't know, I didn't feel like buying a new one. So what's the new plan? Well, the plan is that I just do what I gotta do to work and keep making money, suffer through the heat. Like we thought about going more north to get out of the heat, but I'm from up north, up by like New England and the coast, and that area is like not gonna really work out for what we're trying to do. They're really like on people up there, and like, I don't know. The two main things we have to worry about right now. Number one, the East Coast mountain roads have been super sketchy with my trailer. So I have to like look into all that. Like out west, it was a lot easier to just like, it's more open in the mountains and the roads are more, I don't know, they're not as like straight up and down and turning. And a couple of the free campgrounds that I went to were like impossible to drive. So yeah, so you got to think of that, and then obviously getting service. Oh, I had to come sit in the AC, guys. All right, so anyways, you must be wondering, well, why don't you just go somewhere else? You live in a camper. Why stay in a place where it's not working out? Why not just go somewhere where it's cooler or whatever? Well, because all that stuff costs money, and we're pretty far from a lot of places that could be that way. And yeah, basically we decided if we stay in one area and just kind of tough it out, then that's the best way that we can save money. And the plan has been for a camper upgrade, which we've talked about before. So that's the new plan. Get out of this little trailer, get a real camper, upgrade things, and then figure out where we go from there. So if you're interested in watching us suffer through the summer, city camping in the humid climates, then stay tuned, because it's already been like crazy characters, drama, all kinds of stuff. I haven't gotten it on film yet, but I was like, I gotta start the YouTube back up, and people need to see how different this is from how we were living before. And yeah, I don't know, some of these people are really weird, but we went a good while without. That's like a whole different story, but we were just talking about it, so I was like, I don't know. Sometimes when you're like doing the camper van life thing, you just like, I don't know, people just like insert themselves into your lives and your business, and it's truly amazing. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we literally had this guy like asking us, what are we doing? Where are we going? Just completely random stranger, no authority, you know. I mean, yeah, so it's been quite interesting, but I just wanted to update you guys on what's happened since the last videos and everything. And yeah, so until next time, guys.